You know, Senator, it's the way they've committed crimes for years. You just take another address, you call them and tell them that you moved.
Now, this is about how Medicare scams happen. They call and they'll take your Social Security number. Let's take yours, for example. And I just call the Social Security Administration and say, I moved. Here's my new address. And I have you send your check to my address. That's the simple kind of scams that's happening at our government, widespread, because no one's in charge. And so by Elon Musk going in, he is going to save all of Medicare, Social Security, many of your veteran benefits.
I think, Judge, that Mr. Musk and his team's efforts to control spending are the most important in the history of ever.
The mission of Elon Musk is the most important in the mission ever to John Kennedy. I will agree. I think this is a true hinge point in our country where it was either going to go insolvent. And you want us to talk about violence, you ain't seen nothing with the Tesla dealership. If you took away, if all of America's Social Security went insolvent, like we could not make the payments to the people, and Medicare, Medicaid, all of the things where people get their government benefits and entitlements, it would turn the country upside down. It would ruin the country. Who knows what it would do? But we would basically have a historical event not unlike the Civil War or the Revolutionary War. I don't mean necessarily violent. I just mean a level of crisis, or the Great Depression with food lines and people having to take apart their own back fence of wood to burn it to stay warm.
Certainly in my lifetime. My Democratic colleagues would prefer that we ask who needs to pay more in taxes. The American people want us to ask what the hell happened to the money. Since 2019, America's population is up 2%. Spending's up 55%. President Biden's favorite type of spending was more.
Yeah, America doesn't have a problem with getting money. It's the distribution of it. This is a normal, an average principle that's true. Doesn't matter how much money you take in. It matters what you do with it. There's people who can live very well, let's say, on 50 grand a year. They can live a happy life in America on 50 grand a year. And there's people that can make $500,000 a year and go poor because of their spending and because of what they do with their money. So America, we have enough money coming in. We have $1 trillion, $2 trillion, $1 trillion of it is going to pay interest. Now, if half of your income was going to pay interest, by the way, that's what you're paying when you pay for interest on your house, when you pay that interest rate on your house. What if your interest rate was 50% of your house? You couldn't afford it. You'd go to the poorhouse. It's also no different than, say, trying to burn calories and not get fat. They say that there's no amount of exercise you can do to outweigh a bad diet. There's no amount of exercise you can do. That is, you can lift weights and go jog all day, but if you eat 8,000 calories and 50 Big Macs a day, you're going to gain weight. And you go, well, what happened? Well, it's because of what you did with it is more important. So you can have high calorie diets, low calorie diets. What you choose to do with your amount of exercise, or say eating more meat instead of carbs, is more likely to cause you to lose weight. That's the same thing with our budgets. What you do with the money is more important than how much you tax people by. And the Democrats go, don't make us change the way that we spend our money, which is corrupt, where half of it is going to fund the Democrat Party. It's grift. There's no accountability. They believe that lots of our Social Security is being frauded away. Democrats are going, just raise more money, tax the rich, make them pay their fair share. It doesn't matter. They're going to waste your money. So that's what I love about Doge. It's about being effective and respectful about the money we've already given to government.
This led to inflation and debt. But it wasn't just the quantity, it was the quality, as Mr. Musk is showing us. A lot of this money that we're spending, things that you're spending money on, are just money sucks. They're spending porn. We'd be better off spending this money on scratch tickets and blackjack. And we will never get prices down and control inflation until we deregulate the economy so goods and services will cost less, until we design a tax code that looks like somebody designed it on purpose, and until we control spending. That's just Econ 101.
I agree. But, Senator, I hope that Elon is listening tonight. tonight because we have a suggestion on the next Doge cut, Biden's broadband plan. Take a listen.
More than 3 years ago, Congress created the $42.5 billion BEAD program to bring broadband services to unserved parts of the country. But to date, it has not connected a single household to the internet. The Biden administration chose to add a host of conditions to the funding that made it unworkable for many providers.
We covered this on the Jon Stewart video. Look for that Jon Stewart video in my library. It's either today or yesterday. Look for that one because it shows how the Biden administration gave $42 billion to connect America to broadband, and not one connection was made. It goes step by step on what actually happens with that. So that one's very interesting that they brought that up with John Thune there. Now, here's the Wall Street Journal trying to get Pete Hegseth fired. Wall Street Journal, which used to be conservative and now is just everything goes left. Hegseth brought his wife to sensitive meetings with foreign military officials. Of course, that is a big problem to the Wall Street Journal, but they forgot about Jill Biden meeting with sensitive departments heads right here in this picture. No one said anything. Here's Sean, this is one of my favorite guys, Sean Davis of the Federalist. Sorry, Wall Street Journal, but you don't get to play this game after yawning when Jill Biden ran cabinet meetings because Joe Biden's brain was pudding, a fact you helped cover up for years. We agree. And now I think you just need a little, the Democrats' breath is so stinky. What do you do when a donkey's breath is bad? Tim Burchett has the answer.
People ask me all the time, what do you do in your home, Tim? Well, I got a lot of dadgum meetings, of course, but I've also live on this little farm, and we've got these donkeys, and they always escape. All right, girl. But they absolutely love peppermint. Watch this. Come here, sweetie. Watch this. Listen. It gives you fresh breath. Anyway, that's my secret. I'm the donkey whisperer. Thank y'all for sending me here.
Thanks for sending me here. I love how appreciative he is. He's a true gentleman. He always says, thanks for sending me here to Washington. He's appreciative that you guys gave him a role. And now you know why we're happy patriots. We don't give up. America's getting fixed. I'm Doug in exile. This is where we hang. Thanks for watching live show. Most days at 3 p.m. we're working on. God bless you.